Join the movement. Go all electric with Pure Electric.
I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today, the Ngunnawal and Ngambri people, and pay my respects to elders past and present. Welcome to this virtual house tour of the Rodway Passive House, Part 2, for Sustainable House Day 2025. My name is Harley Trong, and I'll be your host. If you haven't seen it already, check out the Part 1 tour on YouTube. Here is a quick recap. In 2021, my wife and I bought this house in Yarra Lamla. We knew it was infested with termites and planned on demolishing and rebuilding it into an 8.4-star passive house certified home. It had to house 7 people, my family, mum and my in-laws and our dog. The living floor area is 350 square meters, which is large, but there is only 50 square meters per person, so not too bad. We've been thoughtful in our material selection. The house uses a brick from Island Block and Paving that is made of concrete and recycled glass, and is polished. It claims to be the only carbon-neutral brick made in Australia. We've also used WeatherTex cladding, another sustainable Aussie product. It is made of 97% locally grown hardwood and 3% wax. We've curved it here on the feature entry wall. On the eaves and ceilings, we used the hardwood that we salvaged from the old house and got Thor's hammer to remill it into 12mm lining boards. It was expensive, but spectacular. My mum is living with us, and she is 89 years old, so we designed the house for easy access. The door openings are 900 wide, and the entry will be step-free when finished. This is achieved using tiles on pedestals that allows water to drain away between the tiles. The front door handle is also easy to use. It is a smart lock that allows mum to swipe her plastic key fob. No fumbling with keys or tricky code combinations. For the spring chickens, we'll use the fingerprint reader. Now, we're entering the self-contained area for my in-laws. It faces north and is just the right size at almost 90 square meters. There's a bathroom, kitchen, living room, and a bedroom. When finished, there will be timber flooring throughout, but what we are walking on now is the subfloor. There is R3 of insulation beneath us, comprising of 100mm of rigid XPS foam, glued and screwed down to the concrete slab, and then 19mm particle board on top. Let's make our way to the mudroom. The windows and doors in this house were supplied by Logic House. This one is a tilt and turn window. The tilt function allows for a small amount of ventilation and can be left open like this overnight. The turn function allows for a greater amount of airflow, say, for purging the house of heat in the evenings. The outside is made of aluminium for durability, and the inside is made of 9 centimeters of real wood to provide extra insulation, together with the triple glazing to protect against those -5-degree mornings. Also, in the mudroom is a heat recovery ventilation system that will guarantee fresh filtered air to every room, regardless of what the occupants do or don't do, or what the weather is doing. We're passing my mum's bedroom on the right. She has everything she needs on the ground floor. This is the main living room featuring the remilled mixed ash ceilings. All these big sliding doors face north. Here you can see the timber ceiling with a 140mm void above to run wires and the ventilation ducting. The white membrane above that is the airtight layer. This roof has R7 insulation that is made of fiberglass. Here you can see how it was pumped in under pressure. This is the kitchen, and right here in the middle is where the cooktop will go. Electric induction, of course. The range hood will be ducted to the outside, but unlike most range hoods, this one has an electronic damper that prevents cold air getting into the house when the range hood is not in use. The device is called a neighbor Bixo, and it automatically senses the range hood pulling. It opens up, and then, when the range hood stops, it automatically closes. Here in the laundry, there's an airtight doggy door. It uses double flaps and magnets to ensure a perfect seal. Nothing is worse than a leaky dog door in winter. Let's go outside to the backyard. This sequence shows the method of installation for these triple glazed windows. Timber reveals are screwed and glued to the window. The corners are taped. The opening is prepared and the window is mounted with screws. Next, the window is taped to the external membrane with specialty flashing tapes. Aluminium angles are attached to form a neat hood to shed water, and the battens and cladding system goes on last. An ornamental grapevine will cover this entire pergola to provide shading in summer and a clear view of the sky in winter. Here's a description of the wall buildup. The inside has 10mm plasterboard, then a 45mm service cavity for wires and plumbing, then the airtight membrane. Next is the 90mm structural layer made of engineered wood and insulated with wood fibre batts. Outside of that is 12mm plywood for bracing, to which is attached the external weather-tight membrane. Additional continuous insulation is provided in the form of 60mm rigid wood fibre. Finally, 35mm battens are used to form a ventilated cavity behind the 10mm WeatherTex cladding. The whole wall has an R value of about 5, but unlike other wall systems, it is familiar to trades, and there are very few thermal bridges. Going upstairs now, there are 3 bedrooms and a rumpus room. This is the master bedroom. This is the ensuite. The timber flooring upstairs was not remilled, but recycled. The ash timber was water damaged and removed from a local university by Thor's hammer. Once laid, it looked like an old floor, but once sanded and coated, it became a whole new floor. The kids' bedrooms have a nice outlook to the street trees. Here you can see the 2-degree pitch roof of the lower story. Low-pitched roofs like this are prone to leaking, and so we used the ProClimber Adhero system to create a fully supported, fully adhered membrane roof with above sheeting ventilation. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for part 3 next year.